today I'm going to talk about reading. I think this is a really sort of like essential tool for people when they start on their spiritual journey. It's a way of connecting to your own guidance, your own insight, and intuition, and it's a way of sort of like developing an understanding of when you receive signs. You start to flow with the energy, you start to flow with the universe, and you start to connect to your own source, which is your essence, which is what all spiritual beings are at our core. It's a way of starting to gain information for situations and events in your life, and it's a process of starting to open up as well, and start to open up to your own energy, and open up to your own guidance is a key to start to look at how you start to direct your life, but also how you start to sort of move and develop into your own purpose, which is the purpose of why we're here, is for our souls to awaken to our spiritual purpose, to add or to connect to the planet, and start to help to sort of shift our consciousness as spiritual beings. So I always have a few little tools when I start doing it. The first thing is a candle. A candle helps to purify it, helps to clear the energy. I feel like as we're light, our essence and our being, we're light and energy. Candles are very, like a reflection of that, so it creates a nice space and like a nice sort of environment, and it creates like harmony as well. I always have crystals as well. I tend to have a few crystals, like I got like amethyst chevron here, which is a high frequency crystal, and I've also got clear quartz. I use selenite a lot as well because it clears your energy field, and it clears your energy and your aura. So I use selenite a lot with that, but it also connects to the angelic frequencies. When I was starting to do this reading, I already felt like the angelic sort of presences or the angelic sort of energies were coming with me. How I knew this is behind me I felt like some angel wings appear. I had a vision in my mind's eye of two white angel wings appear behind me. I am going to use angel cards. I always use angel cards when I do a reading. I feel that they're about healing, they're about harmony, they're about balance, and they bring those kind of energy frequencies in. And I always feel like the angels are high sort of vibration, a high frequency. So take a deep breath, feel like you're going to open up your energy field. Always ask for like the highest and the greatest good, so that's for like everybody and everything. It depends on how you're reading. Everybody reads in different ways. I know that when I read, I do individual reads, but I'm more of somebody that does reading on a collective level. My actual spiritual journey has always been around collective consciousness, about shifting energy, about development and growth on a spiritual and soul level. So it's about sort of like how you read. For me, I do readings, like I say, on an individual level, but most of the time when I read, it's more of a collective thing, so it'd be talking about sort of collective consciousness. However, when we read today, I'm going to try and just sort of pick, I usually pick about 6 cards, and I read the cards, and when I do this, it tends to link in, and it's like each card connects as I do the reading. Again, when you're reading, each person reads individually or in a different way. As I've just explained, that's how I read. So I think this is important as well, because a lot of people think there's a tried and tested way. Well, actually, you should always go with what feels right to you, what your guidance is telling you, because you read in your own way. And your intuition is your guidance, it's your way of sort of like your higher being or your true self talking to you, or the energy flowing through you. So that's really important, because I think this is when a lot of people get on their spiritual path. They do need to be guided, and they need to be sort of guided by others, but they also need to listen to themselves, because your unique vibration is what you bring. So it's really important that you listen to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of feel the energy start to build, which I can already feel. I can start to feel it sort of like coming within me already. So I'd first of all set that intention. I would light a candle. I would then, sometimes I would just, because like I work with energies. I sort of like, I'm also like I do Reiki and I've been a healer for many years, I can feel the energy of crystals, and I can feel the energy when I pick them up. So what I tend to do is just put them one in each hand, and I just sort of like align with the energy, sort of like align my consciousness, my energy with the crystals, and I just connect into it. Take a deep breath, and then, like I said, you set your intention. You ask the highest and the greatest good, so that this person will receive whatever from their reading. You know, whether it's healing or whatever it is, whether it's like an answer to a question. Some people want readings to answer questions, but when I'm starting, and when you're starting, if this is the first time you're starting to read, just see what you're drawn to. Listen to your intuition. See what starts to come out, and how the cards are drawing you, and how the energy is, and you'll start to feel that insight and that guidance within you. And I think this is really important as well, because I think a lot of people, when they start to read, and with anything these days, it's about learning to trust your intuition. That's one of the biggest steps and the biggest hurdles for anybody when they start, is to trust what they're getting, because it's you question it, or you can question it, and actually you should just go with what flows, and whatever comes out, just let it come out. Because first of all, you're opening up your channel. You know, this is a new way of starting to connect into your own vibration, your own frequency. So it's really important to start to do that. So what I'm going to do is I've got some. I always use these cards. I bought these a while back, and they work for me. They're called Angel of Atlantis. They're not for everybody. Again, there's not a lot on these cards. I mean, obviously people read differently. I don't read tarot cards. I've never read tarot cards. They don't resonate with me in that way. Again, this is what I'm talking about. You'll learn as you start to read, that you'll resonate in a different way. Some people, they're learning to read tarot cards. You know, it's the same sort of principle though. If you were to read a tarot card, first thing to do is have a look at the books, because obviously they've got certain pentacles, they've got certain wands, they've got certain, you know, the King of Cups. It all means something symbolic. See, for me, that, like I said, they don't resonate with me in that way. Just with my own frequency, my own energy, and that's not saying that one's better than the other, because it isn't. It's just that doesn't resonate with me, and that's an important thing. Distinction again. Is learning to find out what resonates and what vibrates with you or works with your own energy. So I would just give these a shuffle, and as I start to sort of breathe in, I can already feel some energy from it, just as I'm starting to breathe in and connect with it, and I just see what starts to flow out when I do the reading. So I just start bringing a few out. So I tend to just pick them out. So like the first one that's come out is like Gabriel and Grace. See, to me the first thing is I start looking at the colours, and I start looking at something on there. So you've got like a white spot swan. So to me, Gabriel, to me, is sort of like the angel of communication, the archangel of communication. So starts coming in there. I start feeling this kind of vibration of this white energy. So I know there's higher frequencies, higher vibrations coming in. People are open to these energies at the moment. I can feel that. I can start to feel it shift up through my body, and I know that. So it's talking about grace. So grace to me in a spiritual way is about balance, is about harmony, it's about looking at what's happening in your life at the moment, and how you can start to remove those blockages, start to remove those things that don't serve you at the moment. So this is on a collective. I'm feeling the energy on a collective level. So it's about a lot of people shifting, because there's a lot of shifting happening on the planet, there's a lot of shifting happening around us, and it's about your own energy. It's about clearing your own energy. It's about purifying. Again, white is about purifying. It brings it cleanses, it clears, and again it connects to things like the sort of like the clear quartz, all of that is about shifting and clearing and cleansing, so you can start to open up to receive the new flow of things are coming in. And it very much talks about that, and this card is talking about this. And as you can see, as I'm starting to read, the energy shifts. Also my voice is changing, and it's moving a little bit more quicker, because I can feel the energy starting to sort of connect with me. I use my hands when I'm reading as well. I am conscious of this. I'm conscious that they move around a lot, but I'm starting to feel that. So that's great. It's about sort of like open up, clearing, cleansing. Grace is also very much around trying to be in balance, in harmony. And as we clear and cleanse this, and clear and cleanse our energy field, we start to open up to new insights, new growth, new opportunities, new understanding. And this is what's coming down, especially now with everything that's happening within the sort of like a planet. There's a shifting in energy. The second one is like Sandalphon, and he talks about intention. So you should set intentions daily, and that's about keeping your vibrations high, keeping your thoughts high, your emotions high. And again, it connects directly to, you see how they're starting to link, it connects directly to the clearing, cleansing, and releasing all of these kind of energies. And this is what this is bringing. It's like higher frequency, higher opening, higher awareness. And Sandalphon connects directly to that. It's asking you to live your life in a more spiritual way, start to open up, start to sort of set your attentions daily for these very high vibrations. And again, it connects to things like the law of attraction, the law of frequency and vibration, the universal laws, and bringing it into your energy, bringing it into your energy field, and your life, and starting to co-create with a reality of the source, the energy that's coming through. And again, Gabriel, again, it's talking about balance. So again, this is talking about again, sort of like the balance is about sort of like when your energy is shifting and things are moving around you, it's about bringing back into balance, back into peace, back into harmony. And Gabriel has come up it twice already in this reading, but it's also like, you know, he's on the next card as well. So what I'm trying to say is they're all linking. So the grace is very much about these new energies coming in, these new vibrations, this new understanding, this new growth, new opening. And then Sandalphon is saying, well, set your intentions with those higher frequencies, start to manifest and create within your life, start to look at what you want to attract in your life. And it's very much around that, and that's where this law of frequency and vibration comes in. And then again, Gabriel's talking about balance. So it's again look at what's in your life, start to release, let go of things that aren't connected in your life at the moment, so you can start to move forward. You start to open up, and you start to bring in those different frequencies, but a different direction as well in your life, as you start to sort of connect to your higher self, or your true self. It's very much around that. But balance is also about sort of like realizing when, you know, when there's a moment in your life, or a moment that's happening within your reality, or an event, and it's about sort of coming back into peace, coming back into balance, coming back into harmony. And it's very much that. And Gabriel, as an archangel, that energy is coming through to say to you, I'm around you. Because Gabriel's a messenger, is the archangel messenger. So he's bringing in that intention, he's bringing that information into you, he's guiding you, that energy's guiding you. It's not he, but that energy's guiding you. Next one, inspiration. Again, messenger. Gabriel the messenger is bringing in these sort of like insights, these messages, this information. It's connecting to your spirit, it's connecting to your guidance, is around you. Gabriel also, you see, like a trumpet. It's like a call. It's like it's awakening you. It's opening you up to the insight and the information that's coming through. It's very much around that, and this is what Gabriel's bringing. But it's about inspiration. See, the next one says inspiration. So it's inspiring you. It's lifting you. It's giving you that insight. It's communicating with you. It's the divine flow of the universe is communicating with you at the moment. So I'm talking to you on a collective level, but I'm also talking to you on an individual level. And this is how the readings work. So again, Metatron, very high archangel, very close to the highest vibrations. Again, talking about wisdom, ancient wisdom of healing, understanding of your soul wisdom, you know, spiritual wisdom coming back, of a way of living, So we live in a different way, and it's very much connects to all of this again. It's about these new energies coming in, and this is what this time's about. And people are talking about like the Lion's Gate and stuff like that, these new energies coming down to the earth. It's very much around that. So this is what the Metatron's bringing as well. It's bringing that opening up to that knowledge, that wisdom that's within your soul, within your spirit, to open up and live your life in a more purposefully way, but in a more spiritual way. And this very much connects to the third, fourth and the fifth dimensional reality that's starting to come down. Last but not least, Uriel talks about abundance. So abundance to me is many different things. It's not monetary. It's knowing that you're protected. It's knowing that you're secure. Trusting that universal source that's coming down to you and connecting with you. That's what the abundance is. You got a tree on there about growth. Yeah. So it's growth. It's expansion. So your reality is shifting and changing in a different way. You've got that beautiful pink light on there as well, which is very much around peace, harmony, universal love, universal source, truth. All these things are connected in. As you can see, as I'm starting to talk about this reading, how it links. So the first one we talked about is like new energies, higher frequency, clearing, cleansing, healing and opening. But grace is also about moving through life and looking at your sort of vibration, look at your frequency, look at your thoughts, look at your feelings. And again, Sandovan talks about that, intentions, and again balance, remaining sort of in peace, remaining in harmony, remaining sort of centered, remaining sort of like reevaluating, looking at what doesn't serve you, letting go, surrendering to things. And again, Gabriel, inspiration, messages. You're receiving insight, you're receiving understanding, you're receiving sort of communication to help shift you. Listen to what your intuition's saying to you. Listen to what your energy's saying to you as it starts to shift through. And again, Metatron, wisdom. This wisdom is there within you. The universe is speaking to you. It's bringing those insights and that understanding to you, so you can start to move on and start to create your reality in a more spiritual way. And again, abundance, know that you're secure, protected, and the universe is working with you. Connect to the source, connect to the energy, growth there, opening, new beginnings, all of those things there. But can you see that as I've read those cards, each of them connect and each of them interlink? So to me that's really important, because we talk about the universal law of oneness. Everything is connected. Everything is part of one vibration. And when you read, when I read it, I look at the 6 cards and they're all interlinked and they're all connected to the here and now, with like the shifting and the frequency and the vibrations that are going on. So that's how I read, and obviously there's some insight and some information in there, and I hope whoever watches this or looks at this today gets some sort of something resonates with you, something opens up with you, something connects to you, something makes you feel like, yeah, and when I say about resonates, to me it's sort of like, I have a feeling when something resonates with me, it makes me feel high, or it makes me feel energized, or it makes me feel open, or if something is really true to me, it makes me feel very emotional. So it's about learning to pick up on your little signs that make sense to you. When something comes through to me and it really resonates with me, it's sort of like it sits in me and it really opens me up, and I feel very expanded in that as well. But it's about what you sense and feel. For me, I'm a clairsentient. So what I do is I sense a feeling, and then I build that energy from that feeling, and then it opens up, and then I start to see visions. I start to receive energies. Like I said to you at the beginning of the reading, I felt some angel wings behind me, and I knew the angels were with me already. I knew that angelic energy was with me, and it was going to read and it was going to work. But it's again about trusting that own guidance. I've done a lot of readings. I've done a lot of readings with these cards. I've done a lot of videos. So for me, I'm at that stage where I trust in it, and I'm bringing it in and connecting to it. And it's about you. Where are you starting on your journey? I wanted to make this video because I think I've listened to a lot of Facebook posts, and I'm in a few Facebook groups, and I've got like a Facebook page called Spiritual Awareness and Insight, which is my own Facebook page as well, where I do these readings and I do these videos. And I've just like moved to YouTube now to try and start connecting with more people, because I feel the shifting is needed here, and we need to start connecting into those spiritual tools that we can all use to start to awaken and move fully within our own experience and our own purpose. And it's about, once we start to do that, then we can start to live in a more harmonious way with ourselves, firstly, and live more in a spiritual way with our energy, but also live more harmony with the planet and each other. And this is the purpose of it. The Soul Awakens is part of a collective soul group, you know, a collective consciousness, and we're all here together. We're one big family, and it's these readings and these tools are very much around that. It's about integrating these energies into our lives and then starting to live in a more spiritual way. I mean, go to work and try and look at things in a more spiritual way, and you'll start to realize there is harmony, there's peace in every moment, but it's just trying to sort of remain in that. And that's what that card's about. You know, that balance card with Gabriel is so relevant to me at the moment, because I constantly have to keep reevaluating my energy. I'm distracted with stress or anxiety or money or something like that. I have to come back into my source, come back into balance, come back centered. And this is what this time's about, and this is why we need to, as spiritual beings, start to really connect into that. So that's a little bit of insight today. You know, if you want to come over and on Facebook and try and find my page, Spiritual Awareness and Insight, there'll be videos on there. But you could also, like I said, you could also just check out the YouTube card, the YouTube channel. I'll be doing more. I'll be posting every day here, and you're more than welcome to keep coming back. All right, have a great day.